Hey, how's it going? Today I bring you a video on how to magnetize these miniatures. I consider them complicated miniatures to magnetize, not because of the number of magnets needed but because of where they are placed. That's the case of the tail and torso magnets. This is a particular one because the fixed part is the smallest part. This causes a very strong leverage effect on the magnet. To avoid that it doesn't become wobbly, with a rotary tool and this carving bit remove material until, doing many dry fits, the 5 by 2 mm magnet fits perfectly inside the torso. And glue the tail magnet protruding so that once the parts are joined it goes inside the torso, creating a mechanical and magnetic union, preventing the pieces from becoming wobbly. This is the most complicated part of all. It involves a lot of dry fits and correcting the position of the magnets with epoxy putty until it fits as perfect as possible. For the neck magnets I located where the collar sits, then I cut it with a hobby saw instead of a hobby knife. 3 by 1.5 mm magnets are enough for this case. This is the part where compromises had to be made, and that is that the base of the neck and the claws are glued because it is the main shape I want to use and I consider that it is not worth putting magnets there. And so we have the Ripperdactil. Another advantage is that we can make a mini Ripperdactil. Now we test the Terradon pieces. Here you can clearly see the cut, but once the rider is glued, the collar will cover it. I have not glued it yet so I can paint it more comfortably. As you can see the collar is sticking out, covering the joint. As I have already said, this is the way that I think requires the least magnets and is most securely assembled, but on the other hand, you need more tools and patience. For the rider I did the same as with the tail of the flyer, indent the magnets. The rider body magnet is at twice the depth needed so that when we put the different arms it will fit inside and create another mechanical and magnetic connection and there will be no shaking at all. These magnets are 3 by 2 mm, which means that almost the entire chest of the rider is full of magnets. You have to be careful not to overdo the hole or you can break the miniature. It is better to make many dry fits and drill little by little. In my case I have not magnetized the javelin, but if you want to do so, you would only need one extra magnet per miniature. As a side note, if you save up enough bits you can create a dual-wielding skink chief on foot very easily by cutting off the handlebar and replacing it with a weapon. then you can put it on a scenic base on top of a rock or hidden in the bushes, and it works pretty well in my opinion. At the end of the video I will leave a list with all the necessary materials and magnets per model. I hope it helps. That's all. This is the first video I make. I hope you find it useful, and if so, leave it in the comments. Thank you for watching.